Hey everybody, welcome to the walkthrough of my crazy old west town that I decided to build out here in the Nuka World wastes in the Nuka World area of Fallout 4. If you look off there in the distance, you can see the roller coaster from the amusement park, and over here is the town that supports the amusement park. And I got bored while I was wandering around the wasteland looking for people to kill. So I decided to build a town, an entire town. And I came out here where there's a big patch of land and built the town of Desolation. So out here in Nuka World, we've got this town. First thing I built was I fenced off the area, and then I built this entry post, an Old West style entry post with the name on it. And this took like an hour just to make this stupid post, because I had to float these fences up in the air with floors and stairs, and then once they were at the right height and the words were on them, I had to kind of jimmy these two per side barn posts in to get them at the right height. It was not fun, but once I got that done, and once it was all finished and I wired it up for light, the rest of the town actually kind of just fell into place. It all worked out pretty well. Let's head on in and see what we're looking at. Over here, we've got J.S. Buck's Haberdashery. This is our purveyor of fine woven goods and clothing. Here's J.S. Buck himself, and here's his partner Philip over here, just sort of chilling out, selling hats and clothing to the people of the wasteland. These are their beds. They live in the shop, so they can be open as soon as possible. I tried to get as much Old West type clothes as I could, like flannels and checker shirts and stuff, and bowlers and fedoras, and I wanted more cowboy hats, but there aren't a lot out there. There are only a handful of cowboy hats and cowboy clothes, and those are all in another settlement. I didn't have enough to outfit all the people in my town. So if anybody knows where I can find more of those, and you let me know in the comments, because I'd love to put Old West clothes and hats all over the people in this town. In the meantime, this is the clothes we've got. Those and these nifty fancy suit and ties with this cool brocade design that I get from murdering operators that work out of a house up on the hill over yonder. So let's head on out of there and go across the street to the general store. Inside the general store, we've got Felicia. She runs the general store, and it's just full of crap, literal crap over here in these bags of fertilizer. And then I got things like brooms and mops over there. I got a shovel and a hoe, and then like a Braxo cleaner and detergent and coolant on the shelves. Just stuff that I find in the wasteland. All these crates and tanning racks came from Far Harbor. I just like to look at them. They fill out the room pretty nicely. And eventually I will fill these shelves with more detritus that I pick up out in the wasteland. I'm not using any mods, so I know there's a mod that just creates stuff to put on shelves, but I'm not using that. I don't want any mods in this build. So everything can be everything that's on the walls is stuff that's found in the wasteland that I bring here by hand. This is Felicia's apartment upstairs. It's just a bed and some little furniture. I might put a table and chair. Oh, I did put a table and chair in here for her. I don't know what I'm going to put up here, like decorate it for her. Eventually I'll decorate it a little bit more, but she didn't need it right off the bat. Let's head on out onto her balcony and close this. And we can see up and down the street, there goes my scavenger again, going off to look for junk for my town. And I'm going to jump down. Now I can do this and not break my legs, because I got free fall legs over at, I think it's General Atomics back in the day. So I can jump off tall things like the top of the saloon over there and not kill myself. I highly recommend finding those if you're going to build tall stuff, because it'll save your life. Literally save your life if you fall while you're making something. Welcome to the bank, the Desolation branch of the bank. Here's our banker. She's actually a guard. There's a guard post that I figured if I want somebody to sit at a desk, I can just put a guard desk there and she'll sit. And then she can guard all my greenbacks that are inside the vault. Here's the vault door, and there's a bunch of money on that table, pre-war money. Oh, and some art. I figured I'd put some aspirational art for settlers that are coming in looking to refi their homesteads, so they can see what a good farm looks like and sort of rebuild towards it. Here's the bank manager's office with some portraits of old bank managers and a desk with a typewriter and a fan, and just some loan applications need to be filed. We got to take care of that. Ooh, maybe I'll put a file cabinet in here one of these days. So heading out of there and going across the street. Oh, I didn't show you. Here, let's run up here for a quick second. Let's look down the block. We've got a guard post there with one deputy, guard post here with another deputy, and then all these turrets, just a ton of turrets just sitting pointing at that front gate, which happens to be great because every time we've been attacked, they come right down this main strip and just get massacred right in the doorway. I've never had any enemies get past the Barbershop before they just get mowed down. I barely even have to pull my gun and they just get razored. Now, that's because the AI in this game is not the smartest, but it actually works out great for this town. So speaking of the Barbershop, though, let's head on into Doc Rexall's tonsorial parlor and Barbershop. We got Steven here. He'll fix you up and give you a new hairdo. And here's good old Doc Rexall herself.
Around these days?
No, there aren't, Doc. You're one of the few. She'll fix what ails you. And here we got a chem cooler that I will eventually fill with drugs back from my crack house that I built over in the mainland. Here, these nifty little hitching posts too that are in front of each building. Those all come in the Nuka World DLC. So if you have that DLC, you can put these fence posts on. And I think the barns come from that as well, although they might come from Far Harbor. I don't remember. But all the buildings are made out of barns because they give you these neat half walls that you can use to make these sort of flat tops. Run around the corner and you'll see it's that like Old West style flat top. And the gun shop is an example of a building that has that. It's got a peaked roof with a flat top. With that flat face. And in the gun shop, of course, I've got armor and gun merchants, and then just a bunch of old-timey weapons, shotguns and pipe pistols and a 44. This armor, all this armor came from those operators that I keep massacring. There's no upstairs in here. It's just a one-story shop. Now, if we head out of there, coming around this corner, you will see the Gem Theater. It's a nod to one of my favorite Western TV shows, HBO's awesome show Deadwood, that is no longer on. So let's head on in. Now this place, I will tell you, this place gets packed at night. All the settlers just come in here and just mob these seats. I don't know why, because there are other places to sit in this town. There's a bench out front of Doc Rexall's. And when you see the inside of the church, there's places to sit in there. But almost everybody comes and hangs out in here. Might be because it's right near the bar. And they might gravitate in proximity to food and drink at the end of the night. Here's our barkeep and a bunch of hooch. I also have all of the Nuka Colas in here because we are in Nuka World. So I almost put Vim in there, and then I went, oh no, wait, we're in Nuka World. They wouldn't have Vim in Nuka World. I built a little stage because it is a theater. So, and in here, this is a still. So that guy's making some booze, which is actually works out pretty well. I can sell the vodka that he makes for a pretty penny. Out through the back door, there's an outhouse that works, a working outhouse, and you can see most of my power. Ooh, the plants are poking through the wall. Most of my power runs on these wall pass-through power lines, but some is external power, like those, to power things on upper floors and where I didn't have room to put a pass-through. Let's head upstairs. We've got a balcony, just a little sitting balcony. Usually the settlers don't come up here, but they do come up here because this is where they sleep. All my settlers, with the exception of a few of the shopkeepers, live in the gem. And I built, each room has 4 beds and 2 dressers, Not that they need the dressers. They never put anything in them, but I just figured it was nice. It rounded the room out. There's no lights because they don't need them. They just go in there to sleep. But my office over here does have lights. Welcome to the Al Swearingen Memorial Suite. I've got my shotgun and a bottle of whiskey and a shot glass. Here's Patience, my shotgun, and some cigars. And then a couch with the newspaper. And this bed is an unclaimed bed. No settlers use it, so I sleep there. And then I've got some more Americana-style art to fill out the room. Let's head out onto the balcony of the Gem, and out here I can walk back and forth and look down on the town of Desolation, and make sure that Powers Booth doesn't come and open a competing saloon across the way. Jump on down, and again, remember free fall legs, so I can do this and not bust my legs. Over here we've got, it's Doc Weathers has shown up.
At least it's
we've got a caravan trading post, so wandering caravans can come in and trade in the middle of town. And I don't know what I want to do with the Red Rocket. I think I'm just going to leave it. It's weird, but I kind of dig it. It doesn't really fit the rest of the town, but I can't get rid of it because it's a permanent fixture. And I don't hate it. You know, it's like it just sort of cropped up in the middle of this old West town. Welcome to the Church of the Glow. There's my revival church out here with a town bell. And then there's a bunch of pews and a little altar. I have actually caught a couple of settlers hanging out in here, sitting on the pews in the evening. And it was lovely. It actually kind of warmed my heart because I figured they came in here after a long, hard day in the fields to hear a nuclear fire and brimstone sermon from some preacher. Over here we've got some little changing vestibules for the preacher. I don't know what I'm going to do with those. Maybe nothing. Maybe I'll put some like furniture and stuff in there to make it look like that's where you sit to put on your vestments, or write your sermon. But I don't know. I haven't figured that out yet. Let's head a little further in. This is the watershed. I will eventually build a shed around these water stills, but right now they're just sitting out in the open because nobody ever gets far enough into town to mess them up. Over here, this is the homestead. This is where all the food is grown for town. Gourds, corn, a lot of carrots because they're really economical. They don't take up a lot of land. And if we keep going through the farm, we come to the farm barn with good old Bessie the barn. Bessie's barn over here. How you doing, girl? You good? Good girl. We got some hay. Those hay bales actually come from the Nuka World Dry Gulch portion of the DLC as well, along with the cactuses that I don't like, and these weird Old West people cutouts that I was like, no, I don't want to use those. I'd rather just have live people walking around. And I put these hay bales over here, one, to fill out the hayloft, and two, because you can't go any further because of these stupid rafters. Even if you duck, like I'll duck, and oh man, for some reason my invisible head is hitting that beam. Now, I don't hate it. It doesn't make me angry. I can't jump off the hay loft like I'd like to, but that's okay. It's not the end of the world. Let's head on through. Come back through. Hey guys, keep working. Good job. And we'll go check out the last portion of town. There's another outhouse behind the bank. And over here is the last bit of town, is the sheriff's office. The town sheriff. In here we got Deputy Andy. He's sort of chilling out. Yep, that's good job, Andy. You keep doing you. And we got a sniper rifle and a hunting rifle over here, just in case we need them. And the sheriff's desk with some cuffs and a coffee cup, because mornings are for coffee and contemplation. And then over here, we've got ourselves a little jail cell with a pee bucket and a pissy mattress. And close that up. Don't need to be in there. And that is the town of Desolation. Let's head on back out. I know you all saw that scavenger walking up and down through town. there's inside the Red Rocket, there's a scavenging station that she keeps going to. So that's where she was probably headed. So there you go. There's the town of Desolation. I hope you all liked it. I hope you liked my walkthrough. And if you like this video, click like on it. Let me know. Hit me up in the comments. And let me know if you want to see some more. I've got a couple more settlements that I could take you to and do some walkthroughs of. The aforementioned crack house that I built, the high-rise crack den, and my Spectacle Manor out on Spectacle Island where McCready lives. In the meantime, I think I'm just going to chill out here on this bench in front of Doc Rexall's and catch some Z's, maybe watch the town go by. All y'all have a great time, and we'll see you back around. Thanks!